Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Ballistic Barbecue. A few weeks ago I received a personal message from somebody who was asking me if I could do like a home version of El Pollo Loco's chicken recipe. I don't work at El Pollo, so I did what I think everybody else would do, and that's I went online to see if there was any published recipes. And I actually found a few. A couple were claiming that they were the original recipe, a couple were admitting to be clones. Anyway, so what I did was I tried out a couple and kind of merged some of the flavors that I liked out of each one, and kind of, I guess, came up with my own version of what I'm going to call a cloned recipe. Anyway, so let's get going. First thing we're going to do is start off with that marinade. We're going to go with 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 teaspoons of salt, and I'm using sea salt, 2 teaspoons of dry oregano, and I'm using Mexican oregano, some fresh ground pepper, I'm going to give it a few pumps, about 1 teaspoon of chili paste, chili sauce, 12 ounces of pineapple juice, 1/4 cup of fresh lime juice, 2 tablespoons of oil, cooking oil. And this is going to seem kind of bizarre to some of you guys, but it's one of the common recipes in all the recipes that I found, and that's yellow food coloring. I'm going to put 16 drops in here. If you've ever had El Pollo Loco, you'll have noticed that kind of almost a saffron yellow color to it, and this is what they're claiming it is, and it's again just for aesthetic reasons. So if you do not want to add that, then by all means do not. There we go. Marinade, very simple. What I'm going to do now is break down that chicken, so hang tight. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just cut this chicken in half. I got a 3 3/4 pound chicken here. I realize I've done this on other videos, but some of you may have never seen this, I don't know. This is how I like to cut a chicken in half. First thing I like to do is take the shears. You could use a knife if you want. I just find it easier with poultry shears. And I cut the spine off. You can save this, use it for, stock. All right. So now what I'm going to do is lay the bird down. At this point, a lot of people will just, smash it down. I personally don't like to do that. There's a piece of cartilage that runs right here. It's like where that wishbone is. And what I'll do is I'll cut through that. Then just sort of push it down. You can see that keel bone is presenting itself. Sort of dig your thumb in there. There you go. Now all I'll do is take my knife, cut the chicken in half. Very simple, very easy. What I'm going to do now is rinse this bird really good, mat it dry with a paper towel. I'm going to put this in a large Ziploc bag with the marinade. We're going to put that in the refrigerator and keep it in there for 4 to 6 hours. Alright, so it's kind of time to get this chicken cooking now. Basically what I've done is I've just taken it out of the liquid, put it in the bowl. So I just shook the extra liquid off. I didn't rinse it or anything. And as you can see, extremely yellow now, the color. As far as the way I have the coals arranged, I have them all on one side of the Weber here, nothing on this side. And that kind of goes against what Weber says in their owner's manual. I've had great success doing it this way, especially with chicken, things that you need to get right or else it's going to be burned on the outside and raw on the inside. And this is kind of my go-to way of cooking a chicken here. So, first things first, I'm going to lay them up against this wall here of the Weber. I want the breast side away from the heat. All right. Put the lid on. Put the lid on. And I want the vents over the chicken. I'm going to start out with the vents down here fully opened. And I'm looking for about 375 or so on the temperature gauge. I'm going to cook this chicken based on the internal temp. And what I'm looking for is about 165. After it hits that temp, what I'm going to do is just quickly drag the chicken over the direct heat here, just to crisp the skin a little bit more. It should be pretty crispy though, cooking it right over here. Anyway, I'm looking at probably about 45 minute cooking time, give or take a few minutes. Anyway, we'll be checking on in about 40 minutes or so. See you in a bit. All right, so chicken is done. I'm not going to need to drag it over the direct coals, as you can see. Anyway, I'm going to pull this chicken off and let it rest for a little bit before we slice it up. So I will meet you guys in the house, and we'll be eating really soon. All right, guys, so here's my version of El Pollo Loco's two-piece combo. So I've got some pinto beans, got some Mexican rice, flour tortillas, and of course the chicken. Let's give this a try here. Very, very juicy. Really, really good. El Pollo Loco has a signature flavor, and it actually is present in this dish here. I don't know how many El Pollo Locos there are around the country. I know they're all over California. I'm assuming much of the Southwest, but you got to try this. It's really, really good stuff. One of the benefits of making it yourself is you can actually have a beer with it. You can't do that at El Pollo. Anyway, guys, thanks again for stopping by. I will see you at the next video.